Ladies and gentlemen, it's me Sharif here, bringing you my review of the full finale of the 4th season of The Blacklist, and what an amazing episode this was. Before I continue, this video will contain details and reveals from the episode, so if you haven't watched it yet, consider this your spoiler warning. This episode was an amazing thrill ride, and if it does not just boost the show's ratings, I have no idea what will. Knowing this episode will give us the reveal we have been looking for, I was debating whether or not I'm going to do a video on the episode. I mean, a plain review listing the events of an episode with no Easter eggs or nothing to speculate on could be pretty boring, right? But besides being the best episode so far this season, it did give us something to speculate about and to get us hyped for the show's return on the 5th of January. Yes, almost 2 months without the Blacklist. Even Megan Boone did a very good job in this episode, especially at the very end when she tells Red she wished her father was around to watch Agnes grow with her. Finally, she showed some emotion this season. But without further ado, number 8. Too bad we're not seeing Odette again. She was such a badass and a good actress at that. I was thinking she should be giving Liz acting lessons. Number 7. Mr. Kaplan is back among the living. The creep holding her wasn't really a creep. Just a lonely, curious kind man whose loneliness almost drove him crazy, and he let her go on his own volition. She did decide to stay around briefly though, and told him the whole truth, what got her shot, and her perspective on Red. She admitted that while she wanted the best for Liz and Agnes, she did put them in more danger, and she seemed to believe she deserved that bullet. That is some kind of great loyalty right there. Number 6. The relationship between Dembe and Red has always been one of the most iconic parts of the show. It has always been extremely interesting. The way Dembe cares about Red, his loyalty, the way he will do anything to make sure he is safe. The seemingly goodbye scene at the park as Red gets into the van with Kirk's men was particularly interesting. "Forgive me for Kate" were the last words Red told him before he stepped in. This only proves this was never an employer-employee relationship, but rather a solid friendship. Number 5. The whole objective of getting to Adrian Shaw was to find a patient she treated successfully who had the same disease as Constantine, and that they did. Number 4. Red, as noted last week from the trailer, trades his life for Liz's safety. And that is where we get to have a newly found respect for Kirk. He knows Keen might be Red's daughter, and yet he wants to make sure she doesn't get killed. In a way, he's a man of his word, just like Red. The whole issue with Red and Kirk was all about the woman, the hatred because of their common love for Katerina Rostova. It was amazing how we watched their conversation at the end of the episode or close to the end of the episode and realized this is all about her. This is all about their love for her. This is all about Katerina, and this is all psychological. Number 3. As I mentioned in last week's video, Kirk wasn't lying all along. He might have been in denial, he might have not known, but he did sincerely believe Lizzie was his daughter, until the moment his very own doctor told him she wasn't. At that point though, he went pretty insane. Number 2. Kirk tortures Red to find out the truth, and the reveals start pouring in. For starters, the DNA test was intentionally put in his way to see by Katerina, because that is what she wanted him to see. Red tells Kirk they were both assignments the KGB gave Katerina. She was to seduce them for information and secrets. But that brings us to number 1, the biggest reveal and the one we have been waiting for. Yes, Elizabeth is my daughter. I don't like to say I told you so, but I did tell you all so. I'm very happy for one reason though, more than any other. The extremely disturbing Lizington hopes are out of the way, and for that I'm utterly grateful. But most importantly, confirming Liz is Red's daughter puts a lot of things in a clear perspective. The way Red looks at her at the end of the episode, that look on his face when she hugs him, and the way he holds Agnes could now be seen without any doubt in a new light. It is time though to discuss my speculations for the episodes to come, and hopefully seasons as well. Number 3. The promo of the upcoming episode promises a mole within the FBI team. I'm assuming she's going to be Samar, and I hope it is nothing more than a one-episode thing, or otherwise they would be pulling a Blindspot storyline, and this kind of repetition on the same network 2 nights in a row would be bad for one or both shows. Number 2. The mid-season premiere will probably start paving the road towards Tom moving on to the spin-off and having a smaller role to play on the mother show. There has already been a small Easter egg on the 7th episode hinting towards that. Tom told Lizzie about his mother and the fact that he met her in a conversation that is to be continued between them. I'm guessing that continuation is to happen when the Blacklist returns with all new episodes. But number 1. She was more alive than anyone I knew. When I heard she killed herself, I didn't believe it. I still don't. This statement brings us to the newest and biggest mystery on the show. Does Katarina Rostova still walk among the living, or does Kirk's statement mean she was killed at the hands of another, rather than in a suicidal manner? I vote for the first. I think the Katarina Rostova part of this story is still to be addressed, and I'm sure it will be. I have a good feeling she'll be back on the show. On another note, I'll continue to post reviews for the Blacklist in the upcoming few weeks as more information comes out, more news on the episodes to come, and definitely more promos. Of course, this will be in a diminished frequency, so it won't be a weekly video as per the usual. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode. Let me know if you enjoyed my reviews so far over the past 8 weeks, and if there are any other shows that I don't review at the moment that you would like for me to review. Besides the shows I do review, I watch a lot of others, but I only review the ones I love the most. So if I'm able, I'll add more to my list over the next few weeks or come the mid-season returns. And as usual, if you like this review, it would be appreciated if you drop me a like, and if you want to see more where this came from, it would be appreciated if you subscribe as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.